SGC here and ReBoot. So this time, first impression, we're going to go back almost 20 years into the past to ReBoot, the computer mainframe animation TV series that actually first aired in September of 1994. Amazon recently did this whole discount thing and it was like $32 for the entire 4 seasons, so bought that because it's pretty much my childhood. And I really haven't seen it, like, episode per episode, because I would just catch it whenever it's on TV, and I would never know that there were episode counts when I was younger, because you just watch things when they show up on TV. You never go like, this happened before, or this didn't happen, or this happened just now and later. So pretty much how I would do this first impression is not to really think about, like, oh, this is so childish, or this is so ugly, but more so, how would have people or children seen it in 1994. So, the first episode is titled The Tearing, and it's like when Megabyte threatens to harm Guardian Bob's new friends, Dot and Enzo. So here's Enzo and here's Bob. And then, like, Bob refuses to do Megabyte's favor. This first episode, as a children's TV show, has some pretty big words. And the concept of world building is clearly not there because there's no explanation of things. Because it just seems like, bam, you're put into the place and you're like, here's Bob and here's Don and Enzo and there's this crazy, scary guy, Megabyte. Nothing's really explained as to who these people are and what the world is or even what Bob does, despite him being a sprite and a guardian. And they always use, like, big words that I would consider my 1994 SGC would not have understood. After watching the episode, I still don't understand the whole concept of games. Like, user wins. Does that mean, like, a person was on the computer and started a game, and the user won fighting the computers? Because Bob and company are mainframe people, so they are the computers. Like, the people or the things in the computers when you're fighting computer AI in a game. And the fact that when user wins is a bad thing for the mainframe that turns things offline is sort of like, whoa, what is happening here? So clearly you don't want the user to win. Megabyte is still actually really scary and menacing to this day. When I see his face, it's just like, whoa, this guy is crazy. And I like how the first game that they showed was sort of like a Star Wars inspired game, because I mean you got your Roger that X-Wing leader or whatever, and then you get those fighters and things like that. So definitely as a first episode it showcases a lot of different things, but it doesn't tell you what this entire series is about. So I don't know how I would see this as a first impression of a first episode. Like, watching this, like, for sure you wouldn't know what's going to be happening next, because I mean it's a kids TV show. I don't think episodes like really do connect beyond the world, so it's more like each episode has its own contained story. But then the fact it feels like this story, this first episode, had a huge background plot that was not addressed, and like after watching it, it's just like you would want to watch a second episode. You would want to know more about this world, or what is the game and everything like that. Like, what is Bob? And yeah, I would say this was a intriguing first episode. Like, as an adult, I would watch it and go like, yeah, I would want to watch the second episode. But as a child, it would be like, whoa! This stuff is cool. It's all in 3D and there's flying things and these are all robots and stuff like that. And then you would catch it the week after and go like, hey, I saw this last week. But I don't know if I thought like that at that age. I just caught things whenever they showed up. Never knew there was a TV schedule. So yeah, first impression, I'm still afraid of Megabyte. His character design and his voice actor is spot on. He does infuse fear. And yeah, so I say that was a good introduction to the main villain of the series. I say the supporting cast is not that strong as a first episode, but it's, again, a children's TV show, so I'm not going to look into that too much. But yeah, I look forward to finishing season 1, and I would do a final impression on my childhood. Anyway, that is all. ReBoot Season 1, Episode 1.